This is my mid-year check-in for my plan to pan for the year 2025. I did not make an intro video for this because this was kind of an unofficial thing that I was just doing for myself. But an overwhelming amount of you wanted to see my mid-year check-in. So I am going to show you my mid-year check-in, even though I didn't have an intro and you don't know what some of these looked like prior to bringing them in. At least I can show them to you now, and then maybe at the end of the year in January, whatever, I can show you how many I have finished from this list. I do have 25. It's kind of a 25 and 25 thing. So if you want to see how many products I've already finished for the year, then stick around. Hi, I'm Andi. Welcome or welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. Like I said, this was an unofficial project. I just wanted to see how many of these old products, most of these were old products that I could get through. So I'm going to show you the ones that I have finished first, and then we'll go to the ones I have progress on. I don't have it, how many uses I used it. I don't have, like I said, this was very unofficial. So I don't have any kind of usage on it, but you can see where it is now, and then hopefully by the end of the year, you can see that it's finished. So the first thing on my list is the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. This is an amazing product. I finished this in February. I made the decision that I was going to buckle down and use this. This predates my channel. So this is pre-2020, end of 2021 is when I started my channel. 2021, 2020. You guys, now I don't even remember. I thought it was October of 2021, but it might be October of 2020. Holy cow. I'll put it down here on the screen. But anyway, this predates my channel. It does. I've had this way longer than I've had my channel. So at least 5 years, you guys, at least 5 years. The next product is the Yensa Tone Up Primer. This is a glow primer. It's called Essential Glow. It is a glow primer. It was very nice. I didn't love it, but I didn't dislike it either. It came in a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy or something like that. At least 3 years ago, probably closer to 4 years ago. I finished this in June of this year. Again, I decided that I was just going to buckle down and finish it. The third product is the e.l.f. Illuminating Primer. Again, I had had this for quite a while without any use. It was still sealed. It was unopened. So I decided to, because it was older, I decided to start using it. I freaking love it. I've already repurchased it. I also repurchased the Lumi Glotion. I did. But I already repurchased this. I finished this also in June. So that was awesome. I really don't think it is an airless pump, which is very nice because I didn't have to go in and start scraping stuff out, but I don't know how much is actually in here. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder. There's a lot of thunder going on, a lot. Next is the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. This is the Pores No More Luminizer Primer. I loved this. I loved this primer. Unfortunately, it is no longer available, and that makes me sad because it is a beautiful primer. It did blur my pores quite a bit while still being illuminating. I loved it. I would love to find, well, this is very similar to that. This has some skincare properties in it. This does not, but the e.l.f. Luminizer Illuminating Primer is really great for mature skin because it did not accentuate any of my texture while still being very glowy. I still wish I could find this though. I finished this in February. Also finished in February is the Revolution Pore Blur. It was cut open. I did scrape everything out. You guys, this has become a holy grail, and I am almost done with my second one and just purchased a backup. But for the longest time, this sat in my drawer, unused, unloved, and I don't know why that is because it's such an amazing primer, constant repurchase. But it had been hanging out for a couple of years, so I decided to put it in there, and I used it up. Finished in June, very excited about this. This is the Purlisse Perfect Glow BB Cream. This was my perfect shade. It is neutral to cool. It did not make me look orange. It was beautiful. Why it took me so long to start using it, I don't know, because I do love Purely's like cleansers and moisturizers and stuff like that. I've always gotten them in BoxyCharm, or I got them in BoxyCharm. I don't get that anymore, but I did get them in BoxyCharm and or the drop shop or something. But this was so nice. It's a little pricey for me. Once I started using this, I went through it pretty quickly because I was using it almost daily. I was using it as a mixer and then also by itself. But my skin in the winter slash spring, when did I finish it? I finished this in June. So winter slash spring, when I was a lot more pale, this was perfect. It was the perfect tone also, which I have a really hard time finding the perfect tone. I usually have to cool them down, even a neutral. Sometimes a cool, I have to cool them down. For instance, my Lancome Tinty Dole, this is the Glow, Care and Glow. This is a C. This is a 245C, and it's very peachy, and it makes me look very, very peachy. So I have to cool that down. I have to counteract that orangey peach just a little bit with the LA Girl Blue, this thing, which highly recommend. Highly recommend. Okay, back to it. The Natasha Denona X Plus Foundation X Plus. This was my, yeah, this one was one of my oldest foundations. These two both. I got this in a BoxyCharm. It was the complete wrong shade for me. It was very warm and very dark. And I just mixed other stuff in with it. I mixed this in with it. I mixed other things in with it to get it to work for me. But it was such a beautiful foundation. And unfortunately, again, this is discontinued. I know. And that upsets me. But yes, you can see that it is the windowing down there. It's completely gone. I tried to scrape out as much as I possibly could, and it is gone. That was finished in June as well. June was a good month for me. June was a very, very good month for me. This product was finished in April. This is the Catrice Ultimate Camouflage Cream. This was a concealer, but it was a pot. It was a potted concealer. And again, it was hanging out forever. Forever. I finally buckled down. I got to figure out another word. I finally made it a priority to use it, finish it. And yeah, I used it on my like hyperpigmentation that I have. I didn't use it under my eyes. First of all, I think it was probably too old to use as a concealer, and it was a little drying. I have very dry under eyes. So very excited that when that rolled out. Also rolling out in April was my e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder in the light pink shade. As you can see, it is completely gone. Completely gone. I will be reusing this packaging because I really liked it. Because the sifter, you can adjust. Love that. How I used this. I did not like this on its own. Unpopular opinion. I felt like it emphasized the texture on my face. It was just a little too glowy for my large pores, for me. So what I did with this is I mixed it with something else that's in this project that you'll see. I mixed it and it was perfect. I loved it. It was so good. Rolled out in February was my Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. Loved this powder. Will repurchase this powder at some point. The thing I didn't love about it was this screen right here. It was great when there was a lot of product in here. It was very easy to get on a brush or a poof, like a triangle puff. But once it got to where it was almost empty, no, it would not come through that screen. So I'm pretty sure I rehomed this into something else to use it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did to get that last, or I just took that sifter out and just used it that way. I can't remember now, but I do know that I did really love this. but not the packaging. Also finished in April. April was a good month, man. April was a good month. Is my Physicians Formula mini. It's a mini butter bronzer. I got this from Mary Catherine. I love this. This is my Holy Grail bronzer. I have another one, but it's in a face palette. I don't have a single, like the I don't have the full size butter bronzer as of right now because I don't need it because I have it in a face palette. And I love this. So when I decided to go ahead and use this up, this was something that I used just about every day. I got it used up. It is a mini, but it's still a bronzer. Like, it takes a minute to get through. So this was actually a perfect size. I wish they made minis of more things so that you could feel accomplished and you could finish them up. And then the last thing that I did finish this year that is also very, very exciting to me is this. It's completely worn off, but this was the ColourPop blush in the shade Just My Pluck. As you can see, it is gone. This was a beautiful, cool toned pink blush, pink mauve blush, very cool toned. And it was beautiful. And this came out when the Orchid You Not collection came out. So it was quite old. And I've had it that long. And once I hit pan in it, I decided this is the blush I'm going to really, really concentrate on and get it out. Plus, it was winter. When did this roll out? This rolled out in May of this year. So I used it all through the winter, all through the spring. It was perfect. I loved it. Okay, now for the things that I have not used up yet this year, but I'm still working on. Still working on them. This is the It Cosmetics CC Cream, and this is in the shade Medium. This is the illuminating CC Cream, so it has some glow to it, a little bit. I will only buy them when they're 50% off. I'm only buying them when they're 50% off because they're kind of expensive, but I do love them. I have the original and I have this one. These are the only ones I've used. I've not tried any of the other types of the It CC Cream, but I do love it. It's a medium to full coverage foundation. Such a good product. And this one is my summer color. This is my summer shade. It's in medium neutral, right? Yeah, medium neutral. Neutral, medium, whatever. But this is my summer color, so I will be using this through the rest of the summer if I can stop using some of these others long enough to use this and get it out, hopefully. Otherwise, I'll just be mixing it. But I do want to finish this. I mean, I just opened it. I just opened it like last month. Okay, this thing. This is the RCMA No Color Powder. I do love this powder, but it is so old. More thunder. It is so old. I bought a 2-pack of these from Poshmark way before I had my channel. Way before. So how I am using this up, because I do love this powder, but there's other things that don't work amazing by themselves. So I mix this in with it. And guys, it's halfway gone, but it's not empty until these other products are empty. So this is a mixture of the RCMA No Color Powder and the Wet n Wild. This is the translucent luminous setting powder, and it is kind of Wet n Wild's answer to the Halo Glow, but it only came in one shade, which is more of a warmer shade. So just like the Halo Glow, it does accentuate my texture, so I mixed it with the RCMA No Color Powder, and this is what I got. And I do like it. I do like it. It's not bad. It's okay. So this has to be finished before this is considered an empty. And the Essence Flawless Skin Trio. So it came in a divided component. It had 3 shades. It had a bright pink, a lavender, and then more of a skin tone. The pink was way too pink for me, and I am a cool skin tone. The pink was way too pink. It was hard to get the right amount of each to even everything out. The good thing I can say is the powder itself is beautiful. It does blur. It is a beautiful finish, but I didn't like the way it was. So I mixed those three together. It was still way too pink. So now I mixed the RCMA No Color Powder with that, and it is perfect. But there's a ton of it in here because it was that whole amount that was in that component plus, like, I'd say that much. So there's a ton of it in here. It's going to take a while to use up. And I don't use this every day. I only use this when I have cool tone looks, and I use it to blur out my T-zone. So I have that much left plus those two until it can be an empty. That's probably one of the items that will not be emptied this year. Next up is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand in Fair Light. I use it as a contour, but not knowing that I was going to make this project public. But I mixed the Fair Light and the Light Medium in the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand contours. So I have both of those in here. And there's a ton of windowing. It's probably like down here. I will not take the stopper out of this. Obviously, it's been repackaged, rehomed, because the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wands have that sponge on the end that I hated. So I put them both in this receptacle. The doe foot applicators that come in these is lovely. I really love these. I have depotted so many things into these, but their stoppers are trash. In order to get the stopper out, it breaks. So I will not be taking the stopper out. When I can't get any more out of this, I'm done. I am going to try to find stoppers for this because I want to reuse them. But if I can't find stoppers for this, then it's just going to be trash. Okay, this next one is a doozy. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. This is my oldest bronzer. There's not even a freaking pan in here. There's not even a pan. You can see, I can see when I look, I can see the rings on this area right here. So I don't know if you guys can see the rings. It's not going to be done this year. It is not going to be done this year because I have other bronzers that I love just as much. I do love this bronzer. Highly recommend if they still sell it. I know the primer infused things are harder and harder to find. I do love this bronzer. It's a little light for me right now, but I do love it. And I will continue to use it and hopefully use it up. That will probably also be a product that's still here at the end of the year. Next up is another bronzer, and this is the Item Beauty Swipe and Glow in the shade Vibes. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and that's all that's left. I did just repress this. I will put a picture down here if I can. I'm pretty sure I took a screen grab of it this isn't a project. So I'm pretty sure I took a screen grab of it. And so I will put that down here so you can see what it looked like right before I repressed it. But yeah, I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing it every freaking day of my life until it's done because it's almost gone. It's almost gone. Next up is the Wet n Wild Contour Stick in the shade Oaks on You. Love it. I love this it's a contour. It's not a contour. It says contour. It's not a contour. It is a bronzer. And you can see that is how much is left, which really is not that much. I don't know how long that'll take, but I do like it as a cream bronzer very, very much. So we'll see how that goes. Next up is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in the shade Always Rosy. Very, very much my oldest blush. I have two old blushes, this and the Cabana Boy. Why I didn't put the Cabana Boy in this project, I don't know. It's by the Balm. That's weird. Probably because I know blushes are impossible to use up. Like, impossible to finish. I mean, I did finish one. Where is it? I did finish one, but it was very, very old. So here it is. Look at that big pan. Still, this is going to take me forever. Probably will roll over into next year, and I will put this on a plan to pan for next year. That one and this one and probably that. Probably that. Okay, now we have some Super Shocks. Now we have some Super Shock Cheek items. The first one is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Brute Flute. And if you can see, there is a pan there. Finally, I would hit pan, and then I would cover it up. And then I would hit pan, and then I would cover it up. I love this. This is a very beautiful rosy brown type of shade. This is fall for me all the way. I'm hoping that I can, I'm going to swatch this for you just a little bit. I'm hoping that I can, you can see it, finish that this year. And then another Super Shock Cheek is also a blush. And this is in the shade Sounds Grape. And these two are my oldest. They still smell fine. They still perform beautifully. It has a little bit more coolness to it. It's a little bit more pinky red, but also very beautiful. There's no pan in that yet. There's no pan in that yet. And I really haven't used it that much this year. I don't know why. I might have to put that in a project for like, I don't know, a month of use and just see what happens. Next is the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multi-Stick in the shade Luminous Berry. I did pan one of these last year. It was very satisfying. That is how much I have left. So it is almost gone. Now last year I did dig it out. I did. That one you can tell how much I've used of it. I just use this with a brush. I don't put it on my face. I use a brush. I should say this way because I'm left-handed. Use a brush and do it that way. But I'm hoping that this one is rolled out. And then I will only have one of these left. And these are older. Definitely older in my collection. And I do love them. And I would love to repurchase them. I'm kind of thinking I might try the Ulta Beauty ones or the Essence ones if they even still sell them. But I do love this type of component and this type of product. Two more Super Shocks. And these will probably take forever to finish. But I have the Super Shock Cheek. This is a highlighter, and this is in the shade Felicity. And if you see that big, huge pan, it's about to get repressed. But I use these underneath my foundation. I take my finger, just like that, and put it on my cheekbone. And then I do it on the other side. But that is what, can you even see it? Can you see it? That is what that looks like. You can't really see it much. It's about the shade of my skin tone. But it does have like a little bit of a flip to it. It's like a pinky champagne, and then there's like a peachy flip to it. It's beautiful. And I can't wait to finish it because it is old. My first Super Shock highlighters. And the other one is the OG Flexitarian. So beautiful. This one is probably the only one I will repurchase if they still sell it by the time I finish it. But you can see that one also has a pan, not as big as the Felicity, but it does have a pan in it. And this is just freaking stunning. And again, this I use to underpaint. You can see. And the reason I use this to underpaint is because it looks like this. And I am not in my disco ball era when it comes to my face. And I'm not wanting to be seen from space because I have texture. If I didn't have texture, I would be just a big old glowworm all the time because I love glow. I freaking love it. And then finally, the very last item that I want to finish this year, it's a lip gloss. It's one of the few lip glosses that I have left in my collection because I don't like lip gloss. This one is beautiful. It is a beautiful shade. It is called Pretty Girl. And this is Beauty Creations something. I don't know. I can't read it. Beauty Creations Dazzle lip gloss. And I'm pretty sure that I got this either in a Busy Beauty box or from a BoxyCharm. But I think I got it in a Busy Beauty box back when she had those, back when I used to get them. But it's called Pretty Girl. And it is so very pretty. I don't know if you'll actually be able to see me swatch it. Maybe. Do you see that? It's kind of like the Flexitarian, except for on your lips. It gives such a beautiful, beautiful finish on the lips. And you can see how far down I am in that. So it's the one lip gloss. Please, just let me finish that one. Let me finish that. So hopefully that will be out this year, by the end of the year. Have I used it this year? Maybe once or twice. Maybe once or twice, but not a whole lot. Because I've found these e.l.f. lip oils that are so shiny and beautiful. And they're lip oils, not lip glosses. Yeah. So I have finished 12 out of my 25 items, and we're in July. I don't think that that's anything to sneeze at. I think I've done pretty damn good for an previously unofficial plan to pan. I guess now it's official. But I still don't have usage. I'm just showing you what they look like. So we'll revisit in January or the end of December and see where we are. Let me know if you are doing a plan to pan this year and how you're doing. And if you have it on video, let me know and I'll go watch it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.